Simon Sanchez High School students filled the legislature's public hearing room this morning to push for the rebuilding of Simon Sanchez during a hearing on Bill 204, which would take away procurement duties for the reconstruction from DPW and give them to GDOE. The two companies involved in the protests that have stalled the construction of the high school also testified.
The procurement process for the reconstruction of the Northern High School has been stalled due to protests of the award to the Guam Education Finance Foundation, or GEF, from Cortec International. The Department of Public Works has been in charge of this procurement that has received numerous protests, so Bill 204 proposes giving the procurement power to GDOE. The measure would allow the Guam Department of Education to make a written determination that the award of the contract without delay is necessary to protect substantial interests of the territory. The measure was crafted, for the most part, by GDOE. Today, GEF Director Phil Flores testified in favor of the measure, but with some suggestions.
We believe it should specifically specify that DOE shall first solicit for the design, construction, management, and financing, renovation, or construction of the educational facility under a 30-year leaseback arrangement. Financing may be implied, but it would be better to be specifically included in this section, as this is a critical component of the funding for pre-construction services, as well as reducing the overall cost of the leaseback.
Flores also suggested clarifying that the project be awarded in two separate contracts and that the vendor under Phase 1, which would be the design, planning, and financing phase, be unrelated to the vendor under Phase 2, which would be the actual construction phase. Cortec Representative Attorney Joyce Tang testified, saying that they are in favor of GDOE being in charge of the procurement process, but Cortec still has three main concerns with the bill.
First, Bill 204-34 deleted a critical definition regarding the definition of what constitutes a responsive offer and repeals the definition of responsiveness, both enacted by Public Law 34-19. The bill also refers to the solicitation as a general solicitation, quote unquote. It should be made clear that the solicitation should be by invitation to bid, not a general solicitation. We don't know what a general solicitation means.
Another concern is with the separate out-of-scope procurement of the design, CIP development, construction management, collateral equipment purchasing, and long-term capital maintenance planning. Tang says the bill is not clear about how GDOE will procure these out-of-scope services from one or more entities, what procurement rules will apply, and the funding mechanism for this procurement. Finally, Cortec is concerned about the requirement that the award be made to the offeror with the lowest annual leaseback payment. Cortec believes the award should consider the lowest annual leaseback interest rate and not just the leaseback payment amount. Cortec says the current version of the bill will give rise to future protests and delays. All technical procurement aspects aside, the bottom line for Simon Sanchez High School students is that they simply want their ailing, dilapidated campus rebuilt.
We don't ask for a fancy school. The gym doesn't even need to be air-conditioned. Sanchez life made us appreciate everything from using the library as a classroom, getting wet while waiting for the bus after school, and even using a toilet without a door.
Numerous students testified this morning, all with the same basic message that they are tired of waiting and that they want the island's leaders to figure out some way to get Simon Sanchez High School rebuilt.